Hello everyone, this is King Jakes. We're back with another reaction. This time by Terry Joe Jr. No wife, no family, no kids, nothing. Female nature ruined everything. Ooh, this is gonna be a spicy one. Let's begin.
You see, guys, there are very few people in the world today doing it right.
Ain't that true?
And there's a lot more people that could easily do it right. But you just want to know something? It takes two people to get the job done correctly.
Ain't that
That
true?
is man and woman together. You can be as perfect as anything as a partner, as a man or a woman, but it takes two to get it done. And that is the issue we are faced with today in modern society. There are so many men, no wife, no kids, no family, nothing. And female nature today has been exposed on levels that I cannot even elaborate on fully.
Ain't that true? Tinder experiments, OkCupid experiments, Black Pill, reaction channels, Fresh and Fit, those dating shows, a whole bunch of stuff. MGTOW, you name it, dude. You name it. And it's been exposed by themselves. So yeah.
Like I can and I have, but it doesn't even do justice, man. Like everything, so many situations you find yourself in, it's just going to be a lie. How many times, bro, have we invested into a woman and we were certain it's going to work out? We were certain this was going to be the one. We were certain we're going to end up being with her, have a family and kids with her, and all this other kind of stuff. And it doesn't happen. And you know why? Because of female nature and these things.
True. Dude, I'm telling you, technology was the worst thing to happen to dating. The worst thing. It's ruined people, man. It's ruined marriages. It's ruined the family unit. Not all of it. If you use it in a productive way, in a good way, it can be used as a tool for good. But people don't, generally speaking. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. Technology, women's rights movement, right to vote. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I was going to say something, but I thought, wait, hold on. I don't want to get in trouble too much.
That is why. As long as these cell phones come into play, a woman can make a few messages and get a man to literally fly her somewhere, drive to her house to pick her up to take her wherever. And the amount of men that are there, it is endless. If you're a half good looking female, you can do pretty much whatever you want whenever you want.
True. It's not equal, dude. It's not equal. It's not. Women can get away with practically murder. They have dozens, hundreds, if not thousands of guys at their fingertips thanks to mobile phones, Tinder, dating apps. Not even dating apps, just Facebook, the social media in general. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, bro, like, they just have endless options. Why would they settle down and be in a healthy relationship if they can just use a guy out for his money and then just go to the next one and do it again, rinse and repeat? It's like Beta Bucks Deluxe, but turbocharged, you know, like mini, like a little bit, you know. I'm going to be using some slang here, so if people don't know what that is, hey, you can look it up. But yeah.
Pretty much whenever you want, whenever you want. What has this done? This has made women terrible people. This has made women more narcissistic than ever before. Why? Because they can. If you let a child get away with whatever they want, they will. You have to tell a child, no, you can't do this, and raise them correctly. We are now living in a world where women can do whatever they want, and they're doing it. If they can get away with it, they will. So when you guys actually think about it, why would a woman be in a relationship today and be a half decent human being when she doesn't have to?
I'm telling you, man, it's because the West, this is a mainly Western problem. Obviously, you get it anywhere in the world, depending on the caliber of women you get. It's a Western problem, and it's also a religious problem. It is because the West has, in general, drifted away from God. It's drifted away from God, from the Bible, Christianity. Christianity is what makes things work. One man, one woman. Woman is to be submissive to the man. The man is to do his duty to be a carer, provider, provide resources. Woman is to be home, cook, clean. If there's children involved, support the children, help the children learn. And, they all lean on God, the whole family unit. It works. How many broken Christian homes do you see? Not many. Obviously, there are Christians that, we all have problems. That's not what I meant. But I meant as in, if it's a family unit, they're all under God, God-fearing, and the Christian, it's going to work. It's going to work. But the problem is, society has drifted into degeneracy, immorality, sin, amongst other things of the flesh. And that's why, we're seeing the carnage that we are seeing today. It's not all that. There's other factors involved. Technology has played a factor. The fact that women have endless choices. Do men have that? No. Maybe if you're Chad, but even Chad, no. If you're rich and famous and you're Chad, Giga Chad, then yeah, you have those options. But women eclipse it. If you're like half attractive woman or above average, you eclipse that, dude. You eclipse it. He's right in what he's saying. I agree with him.
There are women who are doing it. There are women who are clearly in relationships doing it because they have some morals and values still.
Yeah, I know I was being critical of women there, but men do bad stuff too. But it's... Obviously, I'm focusing on women because it's about women and the dating scene and society at a whole. But yeah, just... I don't know, man. I don't know. Things are crazy at the moment. I lost my train of thought. Let's get back to it.
And let's give them a round of applause because they're...
There we go. I got it back. Yeah, there are good women out there, man. There are. But they're a dime a dozen, man. They're few. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Let me tell you. It's hard. It's not easy. I think you got a GeoMax, man. You got a passport, bro. That's what I believe you got to do. Not all the time, but for me, I'm saying for me personally, that's what I feel like I got to do. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
They're half decent human beings. Congratulations to the real women that's still in this world because there's not many. Women are inherently lazy creatures. And
what is commercial property? There are 5 main types. I'm going to talk to you about some of them. Retail, that is one of the main.
from what I've seen, not only from myself, but from so many other guys, they have done so much for women, for their relationships. And at the time, these women love all that you give them, all that you do for them. But months in, it gets wrecked. It gets ruined.
Here's the thing. A man pays for the dates. A man has to pick the woman up. A man has to drive a car, generally. It's very beneficial if you have your own car. You look down upon it if you don't. Let's see, what else does a man have to do? A man has to dedicate his time. A man has to dedicate his resources. What does a woman bring to the table in a relationship? I don't know. Let me know. Obviously, they bring love, care, support, family unit, structure, stability. But in some relationships, man, it just feels like, from what I've seen, like definitely online and that, it seems chaotic, man. It seems chaotic. It's just like, bro, there's a lot of toxic women out there. Let me tell you. Some crazy women. There's some crazy men too. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to do a video on men next. Men's mental health. I think that'll be a good one. Alright. Let's continue to see what he's got to say.
Because these women are narcissistic. These women believe they deserve the world and princess treatment and all this kind of stuff. You give it to them, and they abuse it. And you start to not take that stuff no more, and now you have conflict, and now you have arguments, and now everything is going to hell. And you know what they do instead of fixing themselves on their end? Because eventually, in a relationship with a woman, the truth is going to show.
Yeah, he wants a cuddle.
And they're very good at acting good. I love my dog, man.
He's such a good boy.
For months.
Hey, you a good boy.
But when the truth comes to light, it gets ugly real quick.
We do.
These women, instead of fixing themselves, instead of doing the work that they need to do to be better women, they stay awful people.
Good boy.
They'll leave the current relationship that was so good for them.
I know this ain't related to this video, but dude, having a dog is awesome. Let me tell you, having a dog is sick, man. I'd recommend it, especially if you're a single guy. 100%, dude. Get yourself a doggo, man. Get yourself a friendly boyo. Let me tell you, helps, man. They're like a member of the family. Even if you're a single woman, man, get a pet, man. I'm telling you, it helps. It's good for your mental health. Very therapeutic. Let me tell you. I love animals, man. I think they're great. I like birds. I really like birds a lot. I like cats. I like dogs. Not so much insects. I'm not a fan of insects, but don't mind butterflies and things like that. They're pretty cool. And bees. I like bees. But yeah, anyway, let's go.
And they'll go to somebody else who is unaware of their narcissism.
I have seen that, dude. I have seen that. Let me tell you. I've seen that with my friends, man. I've seen that. I know people that have done that. Let me tell you.
That is what they do. They're going to go to some other guy because they have this, who is unaware of their deep, dark secrets, of their narcissism, of their borderline insanity behavior. And they act all like that again, all sweet and stuff, and they get all this great treatment. The devil shows after months, and they dip again. They go to somebody else. They do the same thing. They monkey branch, bro. These women are full-on narcs today.
Yeah, they do that. They monkey branch. There was a word for it in the MGTOW community. What was it, dude? I don't know, man. Trading places or something. There was a word for it, but yeah, they monkey branch. If they think they can get a bit better branch or a better position in life, they'll dump you, dude. They'll dump you. I've seen it. I had a friend of a friend who this happened to. she left the boyfriend, and somehow the ex-boyfriend was there at like a birthday party. He was like a sinner or something, and the new boyfriend was there, and he said, "Oh, don't be too cocky and that, cause like she left me, so she might leave you as well." Like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy out there, man. And that was years ago. That was like 12 years ago, and this happened. It's even more wilder now. Dude, the dating scene is mental. Let me tell you. It's crazy, man. How do men put up with it, man? How do you do it? How do they do it? I'm single, if you don't know, by the way. But it's like, bro, like, come on, man. Oh, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked a lot. I like to pause it, chime in.
And let me tell you guys something. Do guys have the privilege to do this? No.
Of course not. No.
In no way, shape, or form.
Unless you're rich and famous.
I don't want to hear the BS coming out of anybody's mouth. Oh, there's bad men too. There's this. It's not all women. Da 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 da. It's mainly women. Yeah, there's not all great men in the world, sure. Men don't have the privilege to come even close to what women can pull off today. Not even close. In a relationship, it's not a woman who comes in and invests a whole bunch of money and resources and everything else. Women lose nothing when they break up with a man, and that's why they break up with a man. That is why they do it. Because they don't lose anything. That's why women leave men so much more. Because when a man is in a relationship, from the very first date, he's giving. He's giving his money, he's giving his resources, he's giving his time. Men don't want to invest into something and give up. Why would a man want to build a house halfway and then just stop? It's stupid. So why would a man want to invest thousands of dollars into a woman over the course of months? Because that's what you will spend. If you're with a woman for even months, you're going to spend thousands of dollars.
True.
Why would a man want to spend thousands of dollars on a woman?
Dating is very expensive now, let me tell you. The women nowadays, modern women, let me say, expect a lot. Obviously, you got to pay for your own food. You got to buy theirs. Then you have to pay for travel. Then you have to pay for venues. Then clothes. Eating out. Nice restaurants. Fancy restaurants. It's expensive, man. Let me tell you. And then if they drink, that costs money as well. Or if they want to go out partying or clubbing or whatever thing it is that they do. Or want to do, I should say. Expensive, man. You gotta have money to date, man. You can't be broke. You can't. Because the amount of videos I've seen of women roasting men that do cheap dates or economically affordable dates, let's call it that, not cheap. It's like, bro, what's wrong with if you just want to get to know each other, having a chat, KFC or Burger King or something like that? What's wrong with that? Why can't you do that? If you really like the person, why can't you do that? Just get a meal together. It doesn't have to be an expensive restaurant. It could be Mackie D's. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of women out there, man. There's women out there that just use men for the food. Literally, like, for the date. For the food. Using them for their money just to get free food. There was a blog a few years ago. I remember seeing a story that a woman went on something like 1,000 dates in like 3 months. And she just used it to help, like, save on her bills. She just went on 3 dates. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me tell you. Anyway, let's continue.
And for it to end and then just start to spend thousands on somebody else and then somebody else, so you just lost thousands and thousands of dollars on nothing? But if that's your girl, if that's your wife, you would do anything for her. You would buy her a new car. You would make sure she's taken care of. Because it's your woman. And she's going to benefit you as well. She's going to be in the home, taking care of the home, probably cooking and cleaning, doing some stuff. You would give her the world. And that's the way it used to be. But times have changed. Now we're living in a time where this plays a factor. You could invest a whole bunch into a woman. Months in, she shows her true colors. Unbearable. Like borderline insanity.
Welcome to the Medic Mind Work Experience, an invaluable...
And you spent all that time, all that money's down the drain, and you invested into an absolute demon, a witch. And it's, you know, if you guys are going to date women today, you guys have to tell yourself, whatever you do, whatever you invest, whatever you get her, you're okay with losing it. Because if you don't do that, you will lose your mind. In the relationship I was last in, it's exactly what I told myself, and it saved me a lot. I did so much. Even when they came back to my house to pick up the rest of their stuff, I gave them even more. And you guys might say, oh, bro, I wouldn't have done that, da-da-da. There was other stuff she had here. There was snacks and stuff that was still here. I could have kept those. I could have kept those big bags of popcorn and everything else. I gave her the whole load. I gave her everything that I didn't even want here no more. And that's because I was okay with it. I was okay because I told myself while in the relationship, because things would get bad at times, the relationship I was in last year, things would get bad at times. And I told myself, obviously I see what this person's state of mind is like, and it's not good. It's not good at all. And this is scary. This is legitimately scary. And you know what? I had lots of love for this person. It's hard to just walk away from somebody. I simply can't do it. I would suffer for somebody I love for, bro. That's just how I am. And I did it. I literally did that. And, yeah, I knew how dangerous of a situation this was. And I told myself partway through, yeah, like, I'm going to, while she's in my life, if it lasts forever, if it doesn't, like, I'm okay with whatever I continue to do for her. And if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with it.
He sounds like a good guy, man. He sounds like he's very loyal. I'm sorry that he had to go through that, bro. I'm sorry. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into 2 parts. So I don't like uploading videos longer than like 10 minutes because the upload on YouTube is pretty dodgy. So I'm going to do a part 2. We're at 11 minutes. So I'll take a mental screenshot and then we'll get back to it. Alright. I'll catch you guys in part 2. Peace.